who had anything that they needed blessed or who wanted to receive a personal blessing for themselves or for family members with them were interrupting him on his journey in order to be able to bless them, which is a great sign of faith and a great sign of who these people are in the church. They have now been given a great responsibility before the Lord, and it's nice not only that they are being asked to give blessings, but that they are asking for the blessing of Almighty God through the prayers of the people of God throughout the world for them in their massive responsibilities.
The Cardinals are also immensely popular with the press.
Yes.
Including us.
Yes. And I think they ask a lot of questions, or they get asked a lot of questions about what happened this morning. Is there
Right.
something you can tell us? And obviously they're very polite, but at the same time very firm in saying that those are questions for another day and certainly not the ones they want to hear. And they answer with tributes to the Holy Father. And you mentioned Cardinal Pierre, the Apostolic Nuncio to the United States, who did have something to say about the Holy Father and his missionary church. Let's listen to that.
You know, we are on the St. Peter's Square. This is a place where a few days ago, remember, you know, the Pope Francis was, I believe, possibly he knew that he was about to finish his life, you know, because I know. But he went around the place and he gave his last blessing. But the last blessing was also a goodbye. And I was so impressed because, you know, I said, this is Pope Francis, you know. Pope Francis was a person who was so much aware, you know, about the world where he had been sent as a missionary. You know, I think I've seen Pope Francis as the big missionary and wanted the church to be a missionary church.
A missionary church. A missionary church. He said that a bunch of times when we were interviewing him, and yes, we were part of the mob.
We were part of the mob.
That was trying to catch up with Cardinal Pierre, and I think it just meant a lot to him to be interviewed about the Holy Father. Monsignor Landry, have you heard that a lot? Missionary church?
Cardinal Pierre spoke to us a great deal of when he first met and heard of Cardinal Bergoglio, who had become Pope Francis, was when Cardinal Pierre became the Apostolic Nuncio to Mexico. And Latin America and the Caribbean was, at that time period, going through a continental assembly that led to what we've talked about earlier this week on our program, the Aparecida document, which is the greatest document in the history of the Church about the new evangelization, about